Ain't that something? Oh! We found the girl for the mission. We have to kill her though. I can talk to her.
What's up for discussion?
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
You're the devil we've been hunting, Karlach, right?
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I
think I've seen her like in a screenshot somewhere. I think.
Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
Damn.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her! That's enough to damn you!
Pen down, Wyll. You saw what I saw.
You don't know what you're saying! You're asking me to trust a devil!
Karlach's not a devil and you know it.
Listen to sense now.
Wyll approves.
Don't want this
What?
to end badly for either of us. You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are...
Shino.
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards?
Sure. I'm down
Little
for that.
background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called Paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
Let's send them back where they came from.
Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Then we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
Sounds
She's,
fantastic.
Perhaps a little rough around the edges. But I suppose I can be smooth enough for two.
Sounds like a great plan.
I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off. Hang on, though. Looks like you've got enough backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
Nice! We have a new friend! Let's go! Also, I really like her.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Someone set you on Karlach's tail. I'd like to know who this source of yours is.
I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Should I be worried?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
And she's a beast in melee? Oh, that's great. Because we're taking her on. I want her to like me, man. I want to romance her.
What can I do you for?
She looks awesome. So how did you end up fighting in the Blood War?
Trust me, I'll tell you all about it after we take care of the goons on my tail.
In your expert opinion, what's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
This isn't where I thought I'd end up, but how about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
I'd be in the middle of another adventure, blessedly free of any tadpole.
I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of troubles to throw ourselves at. Hey,
Oh, we're heading out.
let's go, go, go.
Danger sense. You sense when things aren't as they should be. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against trap spells and surfaces. Reckless attack. Until your next turn, you have advantage on attack rolls, but enemies also have advantage against you. Okay. Subclass available. Hold on. Class feature. I feel like, honestly, I almost want Berserker. I think Berserker is kind of cool. I think we're gonna go with Berserker. Yeah. Yo, you need something again, my dude? Come on, man. I don't have anything to give you.
Interesting times.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
I'm really getting annoyed though. Like it's getting.
Thank you.
It's gotta stop, man. Like.
Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Finally. Go on.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
Sure. Bold. Few would dare to reduce the goddess to their muse.
I am, after all, the villain of the tale. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross, yet every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
How exactly did you try to cross those boundaries?
I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
I'm intrigued.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. And his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone.
Oh yeah, okay,
The
we know about
magic
that.
was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
What was the answer to that question?
The answer was to try. And the outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in. Into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
How are you still alive?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
Go on.
I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
Is there nothing we can do?
We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
Yeah, bro, it's fine. We've come this far together and we'll continue on together. This is how it will be.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Sure. Okay. I don't like this though very much, but take a look this way. We could go upstairs. Anders. Trin. There's like there are only two people down there.
Please, no more. Leave us in peace and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please, we just want to go home.
Detect thoughts. Nice.
The Archduchess will be delighted when we return with Karlach's head on a pike.
Oh, so he's lying. You don't fear her. You don't fear Karlach. You want to kill her on Zariel's behalf.
I never was good at playing the coward. There is no beast here or in the hells I fear. Not with her ladyship's protection. Least of all this dog. You do well to reconsider your alliance with this animal. She destroys all she touches. Useful in the blood war. Frighteningly dangerous anywhere else. Rage all you want, Karlach. Burn with the might of the hells. Zariel will find you. She will bring you home in pieces. And your little friends will have to watch. Unless we feed you their eyeballs first.
The furnace was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back!
Oh, let us go, my dude. Let us freaking go. Oh wow, the ladder has been destroyed. Jesus. You got a shield against. I thought she was supposed to be under my control, but I guess that didn't work. Like, I'm unclear about that. It's weird. Thing is, I'm busy kind of healing every turn. It's annoying. I already have an option though. Or. Why would you do that? Like it negates magic? Like. Oh, she have one more turn on her shield, I think.
Bye forever, pal. Want another?
Fronte nulla fides.
Fall by my hand.
Great, it destroys the magic.
Can't afford to let up.
Destroys the magic image, a mirror image. So, like every time she misses, basically.
On my way.
The witching hour.
Huh?
Nice. With precision.
There's no blood.
Unfortunate. Dude, she is brutal in melee.
Fuck them. Fuck Thariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash.
Zariel won't get near you again. We'll make sure of that.
That's right, she won't. She can't. She couldn't even lay a finger.
Nice. Dude, I am so romancing her. That's great. Where's she going?
Why are you running?
She's still raging? Unbridled wrath. Releasing a decade of pent-up rage in a blaze of infernal fury. Dude. This is great.
I'm never going back.
Whoa, 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 chill out. You're gonna kill us.
Whew. Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots.
Granted,
Sure.
the fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look?
Hot.
Careful, soldier. If I burn any hotter, I might explode.
Sure.
Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close till I've found a way to calm it down.
I've met someone who might be able to help. A smith who worked in the hells for a time.
Well now, maybe I can make his acquaintance. A Titan screw or two might let me keep a little calmer. Maybe even manage a pat or bump without burning someone to death. It's been a long time.
Let's go find your friend before I blow a gasket. Lead on.
Low down.
Probably just brings me here. The hardened wooden hatch.
That corpse is riper than a Manaurus bog.
A corpse. Oh, the dead toll collector. Wow. So they got like wrecked by the gnolls.
Anything of use?
At the ready.
Okay, let's stay here. We could have probably jumped over this, but I wanted to do this. We're all gonna miss perception.
Looks like a trap.
Oh God. That was a giant boulder. Oh my God. Did you guys see that? Like, I got squished. My characters mostly died. Oh God, what's happening?
Hellsfire. She's coming.
Oh, he made a deal with a demon. Did he?
Wyll, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Mikora. Just who in the nine hells are you?
Wyll, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora.
Oh, Mizora.
I'm Wyll's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly.
Yeah, so you made a
his
deal.
Leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Wyll. But Karlach's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of
Wow.
talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlach meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart.
You better not lay a damn finger on Karlach.
Don't you worry. That ship has long sailed the Styx. But a defiant pup must still pay his price. To wit.
Wyll burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you.
Oh, and Wyll, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
She did not just tattoo him. Oh my god. Wait, he's a tiefling now. What?
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Wyll hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
You must be relieved.
Gobsmacked, really. But grateful. Really grateful. I could learn a thing or two from a man like that. Hopefully we won't turn into mind flayers first.
Damn, dude.
Gods damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Wyll was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
That's right. I believe the frontier has some explaining to do.
I'll say what I can, but it won't be enough. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds, but I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
What are the terms of your pact?
I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mazora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mazora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
What am I doing with my hands? I'm like meditating or something. I'm sleeping and I'm doing this. Like I'm like Spider-Man in my dreams.